We're gusting 12, so it's a solid force 3 today. There they are, there we go. Gusting to 15 there. I think it'll get a bit gustier in the middle. Little white horses, so yeah, you know. Oh, there you go, force 4 gusts. Well within the means of this boat. Woo. There we go, we're sailing under Jib and Mizzen. Whoop. Got to be careful where we're pointing. Just release the mizzen a little, there you go. Then get too close to the wind with Jib and Mizzen, especially with just the Jib and Mizzen. And yeah, you can stall the boat in irons quite easily. As you can see, it's quite breezy and you wouldn't really know. We're doing 3.5 miles an hour and the wind's coming from over there, a nice southwesterly. And to be honest with you, it's quite a pleasant little sail, which is the Jib and Mizzen. So let's have a little play and let's see how she handles with all different sail plans today. Now the problem we've got, we need to get speed. If you're going to tack with just Jib and Mizzen, you really do have to keep the speed up. I actually ended up having to jive to get this way, you know, across the lake. But with 4 miles an hour, you think we've got enough to get us round. I think you just got to manage the jib quite well and make sure you release the mizzen as well. Now we're pointing fairly high now, as you can see. Doing 4.5 miles an hour. So you may have watched one of my previous videos where I was just sort of working out where the wind came on the lake, and you know, real novice video for novices about assuming that's north and whatnot. So what I do now is my compass that I've got on the boat now, I always sort of, when I've got going, and I've got, you know, a rate of knots, so I'm doing 3 miles an hour, I just try and find where I can push the boat up to and just see. You know, it's about there. So really, you know, when we get beyond, so 180, maybe 190, we're going to start being a bit too close haul for this sail plan. There you go, you see the speed drop right off there. I've come back round to almost 170. You see the speed pick up. So, I've been aware for some time that when it's windy, the sound on a lot of my videos is pretty poor, to the point you sometimes can't even hear me. And there's been some really great video that I've not been able to post because it's just been rubbish really with the sound. So I got myself one of these and I'm now going to record some of my sound on here today and see how it get on. Now these are not waterproof, so we have to be really careful, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this somewhere where I know it's going to be okay, maybe there, and we're going to switch to DJI Mic now. So here we are on DJI Mic. Hopefully, with a little, it comes with a little wind fluffers, whatever you call those. Hopefully, the sound will be a lot better now. A little bit of extra work having to marry the sound up though. I use Camtasia mostly for my videos. But there we go, hopefully this will resolve some of the sound issues that I've been having. So, first tack, getting a bit close to the shore for my liking. So we're going to release the mizzen, so it's nice and floppy, and we've got about 3 miles an hour, should be enough to get us through the tack. So I'm going to just come off the wind a little, gain a little bit of speed, and then we're going to go quite aggressive. There we go, and then I come right off the wind, even beam reach if you need to, just to get some speed up. The worst thing that can happen is you stall, and then when you're on your merry way, get the mizzen nice and tight, because we are beating today, and we're going to see if we can get as close all this way as possible. So let's check the compass again. A little bit more, I think. You can aim for the White House, and if you can see that, let's see if that might be a little bit too close hauled. So we're at about 250, yeah, and it doesn't like that. So let's come back off. Let's go eastward, 270. See where we get with that. Waves are building, so you can see they are getting a bit bigger, and we've just had a little bit of splash come over the starboard gunnel there. So what I was going to do was furl the mizzen and see how we did on jib alone, but well, let's do that anyway. I'm not sure how we're gonna get on with that, to be frank. So here we go, beating on jib alone. So one thing when you're sailing on jib alone, which I've only really had experience in this boat, is when you're beating, your pointing is terrible. We're almost not beating here, we're almost beat reaching on. So look, as we go into where we should be at a point, we're losing power completely. So we're doing barely 2 miles an hour. So I think let's come off. Let's come off the wind. Let's just reach a little bit. And there you see, yeah, that's when jib alone comes into its own. You can feel it's pulling the boat 4 miles an hour. You can tell we're going quicker. I know we'll go a bit quicker because we're with the wind and current. But we are going significantly quicker than when we're beating. So beating with jib alone is not what we want to do. We barely made it across there. Right, main's out. All it's a case of doing now is getting the main in, pulling on the main sheets, getting some shape to the main sail, and there we go. Instantly we're up to 3. So now we're sailing under main alone. So let's see what she does, what she's like under main alone. Now, I wasn't here for the Drascombe Rally on Lake Bala. Unfortunately I was on holiday, but there was a guy, quite an experienced Drascombe sailor, And the guys here at the club that have got Draskums like me were quite amazed and impressed that he was actually beating and pointing. He was beating faster and pointing much more into the wind. And he only had his mainsail on. So we're going to try that today and see what this is like with just mainsail on. I mean, instantly you can see we're going faster. Maybe that's because we've got more sailor. And now I'm going to point, see if we can point a bit higher. You can see how much ground we've lost from just lying adrift for what, 4 or 5 minutes? Because there's a red house, we were well past that. We tacked past that before we lay adrift, so that's interesting. So here we are, we're at before under Jib and Mizzen. Let's get the main. The main likes a little bit of shape in there. We're at 180, I think, roughly, before things started to happen. Let's get the weight up the boat. Oh yeah. So we are pointing quite high now. We're beyond 180 and we are sailing. Lost a bit of speed. So let's come back to 180. That's a bearing 180. We're sailing, but very, very slowly, but we are sailing. So let's come off a little to about 170 here. You can see instantly the boat's heeled, and we've had a nearly 3 miles an hour. Now, without anything pushing the nose of the boat through the tack, we're going to need to tack quite quick. So I'm going to come off the wind a little bit. There we go, get a little bit of speed, and then we're going to push through this tack quite quick. We're going to try and get to 4 miles an hour. We are running out of water though. Here we go. Beautiful, 4 miles an hour. That gust has just stopped. Let's go. You can see how much welly I give up. There we go. Beautiful. Whew. Try and sail a little bit closer. 280. Ooh, 270. Well, that's 270. We're making progress. I didn't think we could, when we tacked at the red house before, we couldn't point to the white house. And we're actually barely going past the red house now. So, let's point a little bit higher. 260. We're still sailing. Let's just get rid of that. Let's get the main in a tickle. Still sailing. Still heeling and we're still sailing. So we're actually pointing beyond the White House now. You may not see that on camera. And I think that's buoy or marker D. I think we're on the limit here. Yeah, we've stalled. So let's come off. Get some speed. I think she likes a bit more shape in the sail. There you go, and then we're accelerating. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the jib up. So we're going to come off, get some speed, a little bit of speed. We're going to get the jib out. We're going to see we instantly get a speed. Whoa! I like to tidy this line, the furling line, because I know then I can get, I don't get into trouble if I need to furl the jib. I can do. So instantly we've got a speed, you can feel the power, so let's go into the wind a bit. I've got to bring the main in a little bit as I do it. Right, so at 280, we're starting to feel that. And we've got to come off. So yeah, we can point a little bit better with the main, with the jib felt. Let's get that jib a little bit tighter. How much ground we've lost though. I think that's pointing in this rough weather, so the boat's literally sliding. I've got the I don't like to have the centreboard all the way down. I like to have it, wow, it's getting gusty, so we've got to be a little bit careful. We've got to have our wits about us. Whoa, I need this. Woo! Let's, so we need to just be careful. And now's our chance to tack. There we go. Jib and Mizzen out, it's quite leery actually, it's quite a leery sail, but not like, I've not been worried yet. I think certainly if I was on the sea I would be looking at reefing the main, probably reefing the jib a little bit. In fact we could reef the jib a little bit now, see what happens. emergency averted. You know, an emergency like that, if that happened on the mirror, yeah, I don't quite know what would happen in this weather. With this boat, you can let everything go, she'll be okay. Waves are a building. Whoa, feel that one. To your left. So I think one more tack, we'll head for the Bala camping beach and we'll have a little break, because as you can see, it's getting hectic. I've actually put the centreboard all the way down, and I'm finding the boat is pointing a lot, you know, is pointing better. So I did notice when it was about a third up, and I did notice when we were going past the marker that we were really sliding. So yeah, I'll put the centreboard down. I can tell now we're not sliding anywhere near as much. This is a nice angle. I don't know if you can see. We're going to go on there, our favourite little beach. We haven't really been there much this season. We're going to hopefully then let us drift in a little bit under Main only. I'm going to bring the jib in now. There's plenty of time. We should be able to point a little better with the main anyway. Pointing way better with the main. Look at, we were going up here, look at this. The anchor road is as flaked as I'm ever going to get it. So we're just coming in now, nice and easy. Probably furled the jib a little bit early, but you know what? It's better this way than doing it too late. Whew. That was a sail and a half actually. I'm not used to that. Back's held up quite nicely. It's definitely recovering every day. It's getting a little bit better. Anchor set. I've been here about 5-10 minutes now and we haven't moved, so we're in the area that's quite sheltered, so it's quite nice. Quite a nice little spot. So I think we're going to stop. Might do a few jobs, and then yeah, and then we'll I think we'll sail on, maybe try and get to the bottom of the lake, and then we'll have a super duper reach all the way back, which will be really good fun.